Today's important news headlines. CP Radhakrishnan, elected Vice President of India. The NDA candidate CP Radhakrishnan got 452 first preferential votes against the opposition's joint candidate Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy, who got 300 votes. While 14 MPs abstained, 15 votes were found to be invalid. Maharashtra Governor CP Radhakrishnan was elected the 17th Vice President of India on Tuesday, that is on September 9th, by a margin of 152 votes. The opposition fell short of its own expected tally, even as 98.2% of total electorate cast their ballot. Mr. CP Radhakrishnan, the ruling NDA's candidate, got 452 first preferential votes against Sudarshan Reddy. So, if you see the strength of the total both houses of parliament with the full electoral college comprises of 788 electors with 6 vacancies in Rajya Sabha, 1 in Lok Sabha. Now, this tally was reduced to 781 for the election, and out of 781, 452 first preferential votes were given to Mr. Radhakrishnan, the NDA candidate. Now, he is the Vice President of India. As you all know, former Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankar, he resigned from the post much early. Next important news that is coming up. Nepal in chaos. PM Oli resigns. Parliament top court set FIR. As you all know, in Nepal, the Gen Z, the tech-savvy Nepali youth have protested against the Mr. Oli's government, and there are 2-3 important reasons for their actual fight and protests. The reasons are: number one, corruption in Nepal and corruption among Nepalese officials. This is the first important thing. Second thing, Nepal government banned social media, and now it restored social media, but still protests are continuing. Third important thing is Nepal's PM Oli resigned, and there's a lot of instability and violence in Nepal. Around 21 died in Nepal, and almost more than 300 got injured. The reasons are: some videos went viral, and many Gen Z youth in Nepal have disseminated that videos and news with respect to Nepali politicians' sons and daughters, how their lifestyle is. On the one side, Nepali youth are unemployed. On the other side, Nepalese politician children are wallowing in luxury. They are wallowing in luxury. So youth are completely against the government and government's corruption. So they started agitation against the government. If you see, not only in Nepal, in most of our neighborhoods, like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, in various countries, youth are showing their unrest. Particularly if you observe last year in Bangladesh, how Sheikh Hasina government got tumbled. And 3 years back in Sri Lanka, Rajapakshas, how youth entered into presidential palace and created ruckus there. If you observe all these things, Nepal now might go into the hands of military temporarily. I think temporarily there can be an army rule in Nepal. If you observe the trends and the things, Army Chief General Ashok Raj Sindel addressed the nation, calling upon the protesters to halt all their programs. But I think it will go into the hands of army. Nepal is army. And coming back to the next important news that is coming up, very big news from Telangana High Court. High Court of Telangana directed TGPSC to re-evaluate all Group 1 mains answer scripts. The result given by the TGPSC was cancelled. The Telangana High Court asked to re-evaluate all the mains answer scripts. If it is not possible, to conduct the mains exam again and complete the process within 8 months. So, for the students, for the aspirants who got ranks, it's a distress call. For the aspirants who got injustice with Telugu medium and other backgrounds, now it's a real hope for them. And we don't know how TGPSC is going to respond. Are they going to re-evaluate all the papers, or are they going to conduct the mains exam again? It's a question which will be answered very shortly by the government. The other important thing you need to understand: Israel targets Hamas leaders in Qatar as it weighs a US-backed truce deal. Israel launched a strike targeting Hamas leadership in Qatar as they considered a US proposal for a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip. So now Israel is targeting Hamas leaders who are residing in Qatar. So 5 junior members of Hamas got killed. Israeli PM Netanyahu says the strike was in response to a shooting attack in Jerusalem that killed 6. And UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the attack. And the next news that is coming up, Ethiopia inaugurates Africa's biggest dam despite protests from downstream Egypt. Ethiopia inaugurated Africa's largest hydroelectric project, and it is called Great Achievement for All the Black People, said by Ethiopian Prime Minister. So the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, it is named as GERD, G-E-R-D, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. So once you read such an article, you should locate the map of Ethiopia. So downstream, if you see downstream, what are the countries which are in the downstream of Ethiopia and what are the bordering countries of Ethiopia? All these things you have to completely study in the map. So once you read about any new country in the newspaper, you need to study the map also.